Guys, I am in Colorado right now. I planned this ski trip with my brother for a few months. So I'm there right now. Now, obviously, we missed this dev blog footage of this woolly mammoth. It's awesome. Now, if you take a quick look, the spearmen aren't regular spearmen. They have like old, like stone-looking spear tips. So, caveman faction, and there's some barbarians thrown in there as well, you know, with their clubs. So now we finally have a spot for the barbarians. In the background, I don't know what's going on. There's like a blue guy. Is he like playing a banjo or something? I swear to God, there's a dude with a banjo in the background. But they did say that there was going to be a farmers faction. So I think there was a little bit of tease, and now we're seeing, oh yes, there are woolly mammoths falling from the sky right now on top of these medieval knights. I mean, someone in the comments, please put a list of the factions that they've announced so far. And sorry about that, like, I've got one monitor, I'm used to using two. So this thing is a little bit ad hoc from what we're used to doing. But anyway, so I guess the one downside of the woolly mammoth, and this is just a minor downside, is that I swear that guy's got a banjo in the background, is that it looks like the animal's made out of Play-Doh. Now this is the test map that Landfall does whenever they preview new units. And I think, oh, look at the, I would love to see some caveman spear throwers, because it'd be really cool to see a woolly mammoth pin-cushioned with, you know, oh my God, he's got something back there. I'm so curious, but because we covered the mammoth before, but now that we get to see it in action, it is absolutely amazing. But anyway, guys, so we've got some custom battles for you after this. This is not my usual microphone. This is kind of like a special video. I'm on vacation, but I saw this and I wanted to cover it, and I wanted to share it with you guys and get the discussion going, because we just hit 200,000 subscribers the other day, and it's just a special time for us here on the channel. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being part of this community. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. But before we do that, let's get into the action. We got custom battles and challenges, guys. Alright, guys, Baron here. So, I've got a funny little story to tell you all, and that is that we're currently... So what you're seeing is the old Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Now, I guess when I recorded this, for some freak reason, it didn't record my voice commentary, so all you would have gotten is just the tabs game, and then what would have been 20 minutes of no commentary whatsoever. Now, I discovered this. I'm on vacation, and I kid you not, I'm gonna post this picture to Twitter. But I am recording commentary, and I am in full ski gear right now because I was just about to go skiing because I'm on this trip with my little brother, and I told him to go ahead because there's an emergency and one of the videos derped out. But what we're seeing right here is the return of the poachers. Oh my God, I'm wearing so many layers right now, it's getting a little sweaty. But basically, I remember the poachers, and don't we all? Now, what I forgot with going back to the old tabs was, look at this. Look how amazing this is. They fight in a totally different fashion, right? And I guess I just forgot about that, right? But I wanted to see how good the poachers were. I wanted to remind myself, because I remembered there was a point whereby, oh my God, look how cute the placement map is compared to what it is now. It's amazing just to see that much level of development in a game, especially one from an indie company. But like, I don't know, here's poachers, and level 3 is really freaking hard, so we're probably gonna see me fail this multiple times before I figure it out. But I thought that, like, at one point in one of the patches, weren't poachers like machine gunners? Like, I totally forgot which patch that was, but I have a couple of the old ones, so I just decided to give this a shot and get a little bit nostalgic, right? So we just saw the mammoths, right? We're seeing the future of tabs, and this is kind of a little nostalgic joyride back into the past, and what was, for me personally, one of my favorite games to ever come out, and just to kind of see what it is. Like, look at, you got the church map. There's no falling off the map, although we did see a few units fly out of the area at times. Man, it's like I've been making tabs videos since like late July, early August, you know, and now it's freaking February, and like to see where the game has gone. But man, yeah, It's so funny. Like the campaign in the old tabs, it seemed very more like a lot more challenging, maybe, or maybe it was just like it's going back to something that like you haven't played in a while, right? And it's not exactly like riding a bicycle, though it is pretty similar. But anyway, you know, we've got cavemen and Stone Age factions coming, Renaissance, Neon faction that's been out and we've seen, pirates. And then, but just remember when it just used to be red versus blue, the classic mode. It would be cool, like, if and when they do release the game, that they have, like, you know, the classic campaign, maybe with just classic units on the classic map. You know, just like as an homage to where the game originated. But man, I am so excited for the future. Like, the Mammoth, like, if there's a Mammoth for the Stone Age faction, then it seems to reason that they could do a war elephant with archers or spear throwers on top for like the medieval or ancient warfare package, right? They're the ancient warfare team. And I mean, there's gonna be horses, so there's gonna be all kinds of like, some people, like, I feel like an animal specific faction is one of those things that's kind of polarizing. But yeah, so one of the things is just keep in mind, this is post-op commentary. The microphone I'm using right now is off of my laptop. It is not the best by any stretch of the imagination, but it is doable. And I mean, at the end of the day, I realized that a lot of things that I'm able to do are because of you guys. So I felt like there's no way I want to upload a video if like my editing messed up and then there's no commentary. Like that's kind of that's I don't know, man. I'm not okay with that. I hope I haven't messed that up in other videos. I feel like I would have, you know, been aware of that if that would have happened. But I don't know, man. Frickin' level 3 again. But I ended up finishing the campaign with the poachers. And maybe I brought in a few other units later on, you know, just as like nostalgia, right? Because the Poachers Challenge, at least on this version of the game, was really freaking hard. Yeah, actually, I think. Anyway, you'll see it in time. But I don't know. I wanted a sense of nostalgia. I wanted to remind myself where we've come and where we started, with what units, what game, you know, what version of the game. Kind of this whole thing started. I mean, the growth of this channel is largely due to tabs. Well, secondarily due to tabs, mainly because you guys. We're just recently celebrating 200,000 subscribers, and our growth rate as a community is pretty impressive. Yeah, look at this. See, this is where I was like, all right, poachers are fun and all, but like, oh my God, farmers. I think we've beaten the campaign with farmers before. I know we did a poachers challenge and we did the farmers rebellion challenge, and dude, this is where it gets impressive. Just watch this. This is what a legend looks like. But this is what combat used to look like in tabs. Now combat never looks like that now, right? So this is like tabs 0.1, right? And now in what you're seeing in most of the videos recently, we can call tabs 1.0. But the future of it, with like the new physics combat, the new physics-based combat, and the new like formations plus all the new units, I'm gonna say that's tabs 2.0. And this guy, he's got an arrow in his forearm, but he doesn't care, man. He's like, this is where tabs all began. Look at me, I'm a farmer. So poachers were badass, farmers were awesome. And do you remember how good chariots were? Oh my god. But basically, I don't know if in this version you can perfectly beat the campaign just using poachers, but you know, we're gonna see some fun stuff. But and look at that, the little white cubes. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if that's a unit dipped out. I think that's supposed to be something else that, for some odd reason, is no longer in the game. Like, I never saw that when I played it the first time. Look at all this poacher fire, man. You remember the poachers? Oh yeah, I remember poachers. I remember that. But man, it's so good. Like, and you also gotta keep in mind, like, what's gonna happen when Steam Workshop. Look at how many arrows that the footmen used to be, the big tanks of the old game. They could take so many arrows, man. They could take so many arrows. I don't know what I was doing with my camera movement right there. I probably was. Look, I'm actually curious to see, like, when I get back home, which is only in a day. Tomorrow, I will be flying back home, and I'm getting back on the video production schedule, and I'm very excited for it. Like, I love trips and getting away, but one of the things I've noticed is, like, it makes me very appreciative for what I do and for the community that we all have here. and like how much I really enjoy making videos. That's one of the things. If you ever get burnt out, just take a quick little break, right? And then you'll realize either how much you miss it or how much you don't, right? And in my case, look at the oh man, I forgot how units would just like aggro. You could I think that was one of the techniques we used to use all the time, was aggroing units in a certain way, and then, you know, basically luring them into a trap of sorts, basically off of the old AI, right? So much has changed, guys. So much has changed. And soon we're gonna have crossbowmen, and I cannot wait for crossbowmen. Like the things you're gonna be able to do with crossbowmen and archers, like what's that battle between England and France? Agincourt, right? Where like English longbowmen took out French knights and crossbowmen, and it was just like a very famous battle in you know, the history, I guess, of both nations, but definitely more talked about by the English than the French. I'm gonna just go ahead and wager on that. But yeah, I mean, this is just good stuff. If you'd like to see more old school tabs, let me know, like, because we can do it. Like, it's mostly old map and just kind of see the old style of things. But if you do want more, let me know. Place a comment. If you see a comment, oh, you remember wedge formations? Remember that wedge formation we did against the chariots? Oh man, that was some good stuff, guys. We've had some great times in tabs, and I feel like it's just gonna get better, what with Landfall continually teasing us with future updates. As well, ladies and gentlemen, as the future promise of Steam Workshop. That means you guys can make units, I can make units, we can make maps, campaigns. Like, I don't know, man. That's one of the things that's always intrigued me by this game, is like the sky will literally be the limit. The limit is our imaginations, you know, and it's gonna be great. Yeah, see, this is me trying a wedge formation, but I remember at one point we did a perfect poachers wedge formation against chariots, and that was awesome because it was one wedge going into the other. And man, I forget how, I think that's the most watched video on this channel, because I think at the time it was a very unique approach to tabs. And I like to think that like we as a community are always doing that. You know, we're pushing the limits, we're finding new ways to entertain ourselves, and you know, sometimes it's going back to old ways. But anyway, guys, my little brother has blown me up. I'm supposed to be on the ski resort. Well, I'm supposed to be skiing with him. It's in honor of his birthday, so happy birthday, Baron Von Brother. Happy 200,000 subscribers to us as a community. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys make my dreams come true, and I appreciate that. And I will see you in the next video. Sorry about the commentary messing up in this video. Hope you guys can overlook it this one time, as I'm on vacation, but I wanted to give you guys a good experience. Oh, this is the archers. You know what? I'm gonna watch. Sorry, brother, but archers versus shields, because the arrows can go through the shields. Remember that? Remember when arrows could go through? I want to know if crossbow and bolts will be able to go through Viking shields or these shields, because that would be really, really cool. Or maybe not fully through, but like if it hits their arm, it might damage them, or they might drop a shield. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.